Wow. 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 I leave to go get ice cream. I come back and my computer was like, yo. I leave to go get ice cream because I was so surprised at the situation. I come back to see my computer and my computer was fucked. I don't know what. I literally leave to go get ice cream. When I came back, my computer was like it was messed up. I had to freaking hard reset it. I don't know what happened. Bro. Monokuma killed the stream. That's crazy.
Actually,
he's like, yo, I'm pissed. That means I'm gonna have to upload 2 parts. Wow. Okay. He said, I'm not sure, but oh my god, huh? Oh my goodness.
Hmm? Huh? Huh?
Oh my gosh. He said this stream is scripted. I swear to God, that happened so random, bro.
what?
Yo. He said it's been a while, you friggin' bastards. Oh my gosh. He was fine the whole time. You're supposed to be dead. He said, me dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
See, I think kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Well, of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. It's been like a half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that is poo-hoo-hoo. The looks on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. So why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. Wow. Wow.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing.
Well, it's almost time to cut off your cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going?
Let me out of here.
We have to. He said we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? This is getting. There's no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Phew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it. It was hiding a secret kind. No, it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connect the antenna, so why is it just showing up us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. I'm gonna let you on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. The TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
What does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just standing here.
Unbelievable.
It's just stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills.
The killing game is being broadcasted live to the entire world? What? We're on a TV show? What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being broadcasted live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. No way. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand what the deeper meaning. Well, broadcasted live to the entire world. What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
Because it can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? Camera speeding is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. What kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? Of course. I heard a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. My boy's still sick?
Hey,
Everything was has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair, like they'd never seen it before. I become the director of a despair-based production. It is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was the TV, the police and everyone would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way this could be. I mean, this wouldn't have. I mean, they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at the TV and try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yup. So how could things have come this far? Well, it's a secret. It's something y'all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh, that's a little business of ding dong, motherfucking bing bong.
A body has been discovered.
Oh.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Not another class trial. So someone here killed someone. Nah, this laugh should have been longer. He should have been like.
It's the Monokuma file. Heart-pounding excitement.
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on. Ouch. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Wait, I can't wait.
It's a retro the hat. All that was left was despair. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. Despair Entertainment. So it's a TV show. Is it, or was he just trolling? How is he still alive?
I'm sick of
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about our class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko? What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who killed. I mean, who died. That's what you said, right? Yeah, who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if the Monokuma is still active, I mean alive and active, then that means that the mastermind Mukuro isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body's Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? That's impossible. Because he says, I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. Oh, he has to read her letter. Read the letter. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself. Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. But so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying. No. Huh? But you just said.
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There is a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. Okay. That is how this game works after all. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Doesn't tell us who the victim really is. Could it really be Kyoko or? I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happens, or we're all dead. I need to go back into the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma File 5 has been added to the truth book. All right. Yo, Coptro. Coptro. All right, you can take the seat now. Come through. We here. That's it. It's Coptro time. Okay, we here. All right, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. Okay, I just need to do what I always do. Check the chicken coops and the thingy right here. It's the panel that controls the sprinklers. 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that the possibility. Okay, it couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on 7:30 each morning, right? So if the body wasn't here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean that the murder must have taken place after 7:30. Sprinklers have been decided. Okay. And remember that there was some chickens in the chicken coop. There's 4 chickens. Up to the 5th chicken.
Yo.
I'm glad you're here. Listen, you remember how many chickens were in here? There were 5 chickens. Precisely 5. Yeah, that's right. What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens. There's only 4 chickens here. We're 1 short. So it's weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens there.
what?
What are we gonna do? From 5 to 4, it's gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. Okay. A chicken. fragments of something. What the fuck is that? A photo frame? He said, what? He said, wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Oh shit. Okay. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe I'll find out for sure if it's 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐀 or not. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion and it was totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet because you put her out. That's because it got set on fire and I threw the water on it. Since I only threw water on the top part, it was on fire. The top half of the... Okay, and the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. Something weird about the bodies and fingernails. These are fake nails and they're really long. So it wasn't a girl, it's a dude. Maybe it's a dude. Is that a wolf tattoo? There's also something on the back of her right hand. It's like a tattoo of like a wolf. It got burnt, so I can't make what the whole thing is. It's a wolf. It's like a picture of a dog or something. Okay, there's a knife laying on the ground. This, oh, that's the same knife. Must be the knife that was struck in the body before. Of course, the explosion must have thrown it over there. The knife went all the way through the body from the front to back. Does that mean that this knife is what caused a fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. That's the knife that you had in your room. Wait, is this? Yup. That's the knife the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever this person is in the mask was that attacked me? Was that attacked me last night? They were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then then he's gonna be like, then I killed him? And if this really is 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐀, it would mean that 𝐃𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐿 is the one that attacked me? But then why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. It can't be. There's no way. We could just easily look at the surveillance cameras. Honestly, why do we even have to go through this whole process where we have a whole room area where we have cameras literally everywhere? We just gotta go back in time a couple hours and we can just see what happened. Like, I don't even have to be 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐿 right now since we have access to the actual room. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and
Serious.
well, I was just thinking about from when we first found the body. When the body was found, it wasn't wet. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock, as usual, when I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina, and that was around 7:30. I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting in the pickaxe, so that's when we found the dead body. At that time, 9 minutes. It was just before 9 o'clock? So probably it was 9 o'clock? That's right. It had to have been around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say that the body was found around 9 a.m. Okay, my job is done. That's a pretty small job. 9 a.m.? Good timing. I wanted to talk to you. Do you want to talk about?
In
I'd
other
like to hear your
words-
alibi.
In other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why were you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Wasn't it obvious this murder took place after nighttime? How do you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At this point, we all went into the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went into the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us had airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
That the victim really is Kyoko, and I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by a room as well. But you never came out the door, so we were precise. So where precisely were you? Tell the truth, I was in my room. I was jerking off, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Shit, I don't have an alibi. The camera. It's in the tool shelf. Is that a tarp? It's dirty. The top is wet. That shit instantly proves that if one side of the tarp is wet and the other side isn't wet, that means probably that the dead body was there during the sprinkler hour. So during the time the sprinklers were on, the tarp was probably on top of the person that was dead. That's what I think. And then they probably removed it and then put it back in there. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐀𝐋 diamond. Okay. Where does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Okay, listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up. If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Yakuya said to not touch it. For how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. While having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you. Okay. There's also other areas I need to check. What's that fragment? It looks like a red photo. Somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get to her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room. Oh, he has the key to her room.
It's all clear now.
Alright, give me the key to her room. Limit my options. Okay, give me the key. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Bitch, give me her room key. I want to see her panties. It's not about that. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. And will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I'll go with you or I may not. You fucking cunt. Come back later, huh? That one area. What area? Figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
That's what it was. That was from the bomb. So that's the question. Okay, so that was the same motion sensor bomb that was taken out from the Monokuma.
Huh?
A bomb. That's the bomb that was taken out of the Monokuma doll. And that bomb went missing, so there's no doubt of the fragments I found in the garden. So it's the Monokuma bomb. Kyoko's room. What? Where's the freaking hall? You think you could go?
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Okay, let's go. Let's go check out her room. You bitch, open the door. Here we go. And it opens, look like. Okay, let's go inside. Whoa. What's up with this over here? Nah, bro, they acting like I didn't see that. It's looking a little grimy right here. Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least as far as I'm concerned. I saw something grimy over here. Something on the table. Wooden block decoration. What's that? My purpose is to serve. I think it's probably a key. Oh, to one of the lockers. One of the Japanese lockers inside the Sakura Blossom room. Okay. Okay.
It's certainly
If it's a key,
possible.
I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something at the dojo. Okay. That shit right here looking real grimy. Like this little area, it look nasty. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside. Bro, what if she's... we don't even know if she's alive or dead, and he's over here trying to respect her underwear. Bro, who cares, bro?
What?
You want to come here, right? So what's you looking for? Nothing in particular?
Come on.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random... Okay. Oh, the letter, exactly. Read it.
It's true.
Consider it as a symbol as my determination. Don't open it. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Okay, open that bitch. What is it? It's an envelope. 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐀𝐋. She said, if something ever happens, open it. Well, then something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened it, the envelope, and I looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Under the sheets. What's this? I found a crumbled piece of paper. Student registry. Makuro. Makuro Ikusawa.
I see.
Appears that Makuro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you it was a key in a file, maybe? It must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without a meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Sex female. Hello. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on a vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined the mercenary group known as Fenrir, Kingdom Hearts Keyblade, for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training from her own volition? Is that what it said? Because, however, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Makuro's profile has been added to the truth. Ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. That doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, that's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and one's is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just as ordinary, just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh, you recognize
Naturally.
it? The Fenrir Mercenary Group Corps. The Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. They have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of the world, totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already.
Found it!
Well, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player. He's a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Oh, you found her profile? So what if I did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me.
Come
I'm not
on
gonna
now.
hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? He says, but who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
He says, our rule violations really are so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Oh, you said Retro's bottom screen is all blank? Oh shit. They got attacked by the monsters. There we go. You said the game volume is mad loud? I got you. Let me turn it down a little bit. Sometimes it's hard because sometimes the game gets really loud and sometimes the game gets really low. But anyway. Okay. So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's all about it's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants of this killing game. I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I could probably clarify that.
Hey.
When you all first got here together, there were 15 people here, right? Rest in peace to my girl Sakura. I think that the first meeting you had led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding, are you saying?
In other words.
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game were actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Makuro. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh well, because like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings, and since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up the hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get. So, I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge. I want to get back at those sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? That is weird. That's what I was just about to say. Who's Kirigiri? Kyoko wears the gloves. Oh, okay. Kyoko wears the gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand? The tattoo? Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse? Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said that there were 16 students, right? Which means Makuro was a student.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so that there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makuro is connected to this case. That's why Makuro revealed the existence of a 16th student. No, Monokuma. He says he needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps
possible.
she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Makuro was the killer. She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐀𝐋 isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? I thought Makuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
In other
Makuro
words,
giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The only way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Okay.
I see.
Do you see the lockers farthest to the right? Yep,
Very
it's number 6.
strange.
Open that bitch. You understand what that means, right? You should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, then just try it. Okay. Click. There are arrows in here, and it looks like 10 arrows in total. They're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. And of course, without any bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. There's something else in the locker. A wadded up ball of duct tape. No, a wadded up ball of duct tape. Wonder what this was used for.
I see.
Duct tape is related to the case somehow. What the fuck? I think that's all that the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Very strange.
Very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room if they can't even get in and they have no key?
Why?
Or perhaps Yakuya. Forget it. Come on now, we need to continue to the next location. Oh, what next location? There's something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Makuro was part of? Yes. How are we supposed to do that without a laptop or any information? Where in the school would you go to do research or something? Oh, in the library. The archive. That's right, the archive has all types of info.
Let's go.
Oh man, goddamn. Haven't been in this room in a while. I believe these are files related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yakuya seems to know the archive like the back of his hand, and he went straight to the shelf in the back. Here we go. He quickly returned to the file in his hand. What do you have, boy?
I see.
Take a look at this. That's the wolf mark that belongs on the girl's hand. I have no idea what it says. This language is this. I mean, what language is this? How did you make all that? Just make it all that way to high school without learning a single word of French. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractions, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports, and the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that, they were killed to keep them from revealing the many states of secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe that there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. It's unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely wasn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be our last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Well, the wolf. So we already know that the person that's dead is not Kyoko. It's the wolf chick. She had a wolf tattoo in her hand. Now that you mention it, the report says something about the name Fenrir comes from, right? The Wolf of Ragnarok. That's a wolf on her hand, and she has the same thing. Speaking of which, you likely show you something interesting related to that, to show you that there's a member of the team. Each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. You see, now here's another thing that could easily mess up that shit. Somewhere on their body. She has it on her hand. What if it's a fake tattoo and someone just can easily just tattoo them shit on their body? Because if I was part of a secret organization clan, I would not freaking put a tattoo in such an easy exposable spot that someone can easily see just like that, like on the palm of my hand. Like, that's such a stupid thing. But then if you think about it, maybe Kyoko was the one that was actually part of that clan because she had the gloves on the whole time and we never got to see her hands. But I'm just saying, like, in a different type of perspective, like if it's like a person not using like gloves and shit, I would not put that shit on my hands. I'll put that shit like on my back or on my like chest or some shit. And then if like I go to an organization, they're like, yo, let me see that tattoo. You just be like, yeet, here it is. But I don't know. He said they got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean Makuro has been, okay, ding dong motherfucking bing bong on the train tron.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
And the time has come. All we can do now is uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Oh, shit. Let's see what the fuck's about to happen. Ah, motherfucker. I just hit my leg. Oh! Okay. I'm fine. Oh, that hurt. He says, whoa. He says, let me see. Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. He says, where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. He says, we're investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Yo, look how empty this room is now, bro. Any second, he could show up at any time. When I imagined what's about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep on waiting here, or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What, I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now can we? Oh shit. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun to look.
Hey.
Fucking Kyoko. I'm here, no rules been broken. Kyoko, where the fuck have you been? You're still alive. Look at Afro Samurai. Afro Sakurai. That's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it in the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
And is it okay that there's no particular penalties for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make you sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without even looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled up into the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. You bitch. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. What have you been doing this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So, I went to investigate on the 2nd floor of the dorms. The 2nd floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my search and I came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I couldn't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I? So why were you late?
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting, but if you were on the 2nd floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth. Oh my god, is there so much shit to have in your mind?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
Right now, I just want to focus on surviving the current situation.
It would seem...
This is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is more important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. Can I leave? There's no running away now. Nah, bro, I'm trying to book it. There's no running away now. Fuck. Oh my god. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depths of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. It's a new room.
I can't wait!
Look how pink it is. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Now let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh my god, that's such a mouthful to say. Set skills. Increases the focus gauge by 2. Effective during the class trial. Cost 2 SP. Okay. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body. The upper half of the body remained on fire. Had to do extinguished because its upper half was soaking wet, but the bottom half remained dry, which means that they covered him up. The body was wearing unnotably long fake fingernails, which means that it's probably not even a female, it's a male because it's fake fingernails. Why would he have fake fingernails? And he was part of the wolf, the wolf clan. The body had a tattoo of a dog. There were bits of the charred debris near the body. It's just he noted that the bomb had been removed from Monokuma's gym. It's hard to imagine. Okay, the sprinklers are programmed to come every morning at 7:30, and this time it was impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. So that's why he put the thing over him. 7 a.m. Makoto wakes up in the morning. 7:30 Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 Makoto meets with the others in the gym. Together they head to the headmaster's room. 9 o'clock Toko is told to find the pickaxe from the garden where she discovers the body. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab before the explosion. Okay, the tarp was hidden amongst the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime, and the other side was completely clean. The number of chickens coops have been decreased to 5 to 4. Yushiro claims that there have been 5 chickens before nighttime. Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night. So it can be assumed that the murder must have been taking place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he and Yushiro were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. The corpse had a mask cover. Okay, blah blah blah. Knife. The body didn't stop bleeding, but the blood was still wet. The blood was still wet. Why was the blood still wet if the body stopped bleeding? However, there is no blood on the ground. That's weird too. However, that there was no blood on the ground. What if they just killed the chicken? What if they shot the chicken with the bow and arrow? They could have easily shot the chicken with the bow and arrow, put the blood on top of him, but then what if that's not even a real person? So then, if that's not even a real person, then this case trial is fake. Nokuro Isaba, a female known as the Ultimate Soldier. She's been obsessed with military young age. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan. Apparently, every member Fenrir tattoo somehow on the body of blah. Okay, apparently the killing 16 participants Kyoko wears gloves to hide something she doesn't want anyone else to see. Okay. Titanium arrows were shot in the dojo. Okay. There's papers. I don't know what the fuck. Fuck it. Let's just jump in. Class trial, bitches. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong
one! Punishment time!
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's right there.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Exactly.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I'm sorry for the ear rape.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it!
Her gloves.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Yeah.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here in case we move forward. So if I don't have any choice but to... Oh god, you see, I haven't played this game in so long. I'm probably gonna fuck up in this part like crazy. Tattoo on the right hand, exploded body, analysis, fake nails.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh my god.
Shoot! That Kyoko there is just a ghost. Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a...
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because
So
that
they're talking
corpse
about
is
gloves.
absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Alright, so I guess they're gonna be talking about the exploded body analysis.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
But that's the body analysis. Oh my god. He's a retro, please. Bro, I always fuck up in this part. This part always fucks me up.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
You should shoot them statements that is false.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
The tattoo on the right hand makes no
prove it.
sense.
The dead body wasn't...
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
What the fuck? Oh, my fucking hand. Bro, I always mess this part up.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Everyone's telling me retro, please. You guys already played this game. This shit is always so confusing.
Before the explosion.
Is it police capping retro brain cells?
Shoot!
I'm about to fail this. I'm about to fail it.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Nope, I can't do this.
Then she was wearing gloves. Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Oh my god.
Because that corpse is absolutely 𝐃𝐎𝐍𝐿.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
This discussion is idiotic. I don't even know why I have to prove that that's Kyoko.
It's just
impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the...
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
But it makes no sense. It makes no sense. I always fuck this shit up. He says the first part. I know it's the first part. But it's just, it makes no sense to me. Because it's like, every time I do this shit, it makes no sense to me. You said, did you see the chatter message? No, you guys have to expect the L's, bro. It's like this shit making no sense to me. Tattoo on the right hand, it says exploded body analysis and fake nails. And I have the exploded body analysis.
𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿 there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in
So
the
what,
explosion.
fake nails then?
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
It's like that part makes no sense. He's saying, hey, she must have been wearing gloves.
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
That shit makes no fucking sense, bro.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿 wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to
Why are we
𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿.
even having a discussion about this? This is so stupid. She's literally in front of us and we're like, the dead body is 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿. So who's that standing in front of you? I don't know, man, but I know the dead body is 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿. Nigga, she's standing right there, bro. She's literally breathing. Nah, man, I think the dead body is still 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿. Nigga, she's right there. Like, is everyone here mental?
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right
That's
here.
what I'm saying. Thank you, Byakuya. Like, why are we even having this discussion? This is so retarded. He says, which should have been obvious since she's standing right there. Why were we even having this discussion? This is so stupid.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Thank you. We have to identify the victim. That's what we gotta find out. The hero's a pothead.
If 𝐃𝐿𝐍𝐿 really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Oh, if we can't identify the body...
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is the fucking wolf. Wolf. It's wolf.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf?
This nigga said Wolfie raps. Shut your ass up.
And that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
We didn't even get to see
Are you
how
saying
she
the
looked, bro. She just
mastermind is
died.
dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Exactly. She was the ultimate soldier.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn, family name?
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
What?
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
I feel like it's Toko. Because Toko was the only person. I mean, me personally, I feel like it's leaning towards Toko. Because she was the only person that got sent over there to go see something. And then also when she came back, she was Genocide Jill. So I don't know.
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
The only person it points to is kind of, it's like a little bit of Toko. Toko and Genocide Jack, Mukuro the headmaster, Makoto and Kyoko.
Shoot.
Okay, so it wasn't the headmaster. So I guess it's Toko and Genocide Jack.
Shoot.
Oh, I was wrong with that too?
I'm sure you...
Wow, so it's Makoto and Kyoko. Wow.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
Yeah, it's me and her.
Are me and
Yeah.
Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole
sick, though.
alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Oh, 9 o'clock.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yeah. It's 9 on the dot now. So then she went to go get the pickaxe, 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Looks like the game has just begun. If I can't prove, if I can't provide an alibi for that period, I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during that time. I don't have an alibi. I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Shit.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Whoops.
Shoot!
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep.
And Makoto...
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to...
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now
Right,
would
so
be the
sprinklers
time.
is not it.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time. We've established a time. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
and 9 o'clock in the...
Yep. And Makoto...
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Fuck!
Shoot!
I'm gonna fuck this up. This part always
We've
gets me
established
messed
a
up.
time frame for the murder.
So sprinklers, 10 o'clock at night,
It took
exploded
place somewhere
body
between
analysis.
10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an...
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Shoot!
Rest in oof.
We've
Rest in
established a
oof. I
time
always
frame.
mess
It took
this one
place
up.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
That's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any
But the
objections, now
fragments
would...
though, because it's like it was the bomb
We've
and we didn't find
established
the
a time
bomb
frame
till
for
like
it
the
took place
morning.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Fuck me. You say you don't deserve the Coptro hat? Bro, it's just this part always fucks me up. This part always fucks me up. Like, I never could get it at this part. But then any other part in the game doesn't get as complicated, but that part always fucks me up.
I refuse to give up yet.
Okay. You say use that big brain? Nah, bro. It's just the mechanics of this part always fucks me up. I can never get this shit.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to... So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be... We've established a time. It took place
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Bro, but it's like, what do I have to hit?
We've established a time. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
The sprinklers doesn't even really matter.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Bro. 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 Bro.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Oh my god. I always
It
fuck
took
this
place
part up.
somewhere
Oh,
between
what the fuck
10
did I just
o'clock
click?
at night
Okay.
and 9 o'clock in the
So
morning.
both of these are wrong.
Yep. And Makoto
I guess it's
doesn't have
fragments
an
near the dead body.
That's more than enough time. So Makoto, if you have any
Because it's
objections,
like-
now would be...
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took
Place somewhere between 10 o'clock at
Oh
night.
my fucking goodness. So is it the sprinklers then? Bro, it's like this shit gets so fucking
We've
frustrating.
established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere
Between 10 o'clock at
No, that's wrong.
That makes no fucking sense. How does this even add up to this shit?
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Oh my fucking goodness.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
But you see, look, I'm thinking ahead of the case. Because the body was supposed to be soaked, but there was a tarp over the body. So in my head, I'm thinking like this whole little statement here is invalid. Because He was supposed to get wet. He was there before that time frame. But the thing was, there's a tarp over him. That's how I'm thinking.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Yeah, it was wet. Why, you dumb bitch? Because we were drying him off while he was on fire.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
Exactly. Tell this dumb cunt she's wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
Okay, oh yeah, I can't blame Toko. She exploded. She was like 50 feet in the air.
Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Why? When did I say that? She's saying, are you saying that only the mouth down south was wet? Is she talking about the vagina?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Because I wet her. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. Are you serious? Do we have to prove this? We have like 3 people that saw me take a water bucket and said, yeah. Why do I have to prove myself here? If we look at the body itself, we should make it clear. Oh my Jesus. Now I gotta go through another one of these shits that always fuck me up. The moment of truth. Are you serious? I gotta Dance Dance Revolution this bitch?
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
Bitch, you blew up. Like, why isn't anyone helping me in this trial?
Just
Everyone should be like,
remember
bitch,
what
you were in
body
the
was like
air.
after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What is she thinking? She's so perverted.
I'm so sick of her.
I know. She's like, so you're saying only the top is wet? Like, calm down.
Let's just move on.
Thank you.
The reason only the top half was wet
Because
was
I doused this bitch off. She was on fire.
While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Nope. You're wrong, bro. She was there before 7:30.
Between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
I'd just like to say one thing.
Imagine she's like, fuck all of you.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
shut up, you!
Oh shit.
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
Damn.
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Yup.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Exactly, the tarp.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Tarp. Certain something, tarp. Where's the tarp? Where's the tarp? I got it.
I got it!
Tarp.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty.
Exactly, because it was on the side
that got covered in water.
Exactly.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
Yep.
This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
To make people have the impression that it happened earlier and not that far back in time.
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder
Exactly,
actually
when
took
it took place.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Oh shit, she trying to pin me, this bitch. How would Kyoko say that? Oh, she wants to make me look like the killer. No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? And the body was full of fresh blood.
Wait.
And what might that be?
The body was full of fresh blood, though.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Whoops.
Shoot!
Fuck me!
By covering the body with the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was because the sprinkler got that
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the... Since it was facing down toward the bottom, of course it didn't get dirty!
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
That's wrong, nigga. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of the chickens that died. The blood was camouflage? What if after the
killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
The chicken.
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like
a chicken?
They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Nah.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken. Which must mean the poor chicken was sacrificed to Satan.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
Yup, there's only 4 chickens.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yep.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
This nigga Aoi. She's like, yo, man, you should have at least made some chicken tenders.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Exactly.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's
Yeah, because they only
clothing
did like
had
a light
blood on it.
layer.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Exactly. Very soon.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
It looks like it was on backwards. That's the back of the coat. That's the back of the coat. It's backwards.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet.
Because the killer covered it with the tarp.
covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Oh shit.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullets.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
This boy's dumb.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
That makes no sense. I think an arrow shot him.
So, what about it?
Because how would a knife go all the way through someone? It's not that long. Plus, you need some type of power to get a hand knife to put it completely through a nigga and then yeet. Like,
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
I didn't roast Afro. Exactly. That's when we took it away from Toko.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Did that bitch set me up? I feel like she gave me the knife so all the blame could look like it's on me.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
I'm not the killer. Shit. There's no way I could have.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically makes...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatic...
Well, so there's no... You took that knife...
What a horrible man you are, Makoto. The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to...
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatic...
Well,
Getting stabbed is what...
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Exactly.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then
Exactly,
put the
it was
bloody
already
coat
dead.
on, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body,
It was already dead.
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see.
Shoot!
Wait, what? What did he say? I'm so confused. He said the victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, that's not possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. We're in the Monokuma file?
I got it!
Okay.
The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Yeah.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so
I think
smart,
it's to destroy
just
the
tell me.
evidence.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic-level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. The Monokuma thing.
I got it!
Okay.
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because of it. We saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Exactly.
And the only one who would benefit from that
It's Kyoko.
is the only other possible suspect.
Because Kyoko was the one that was like,
Kyoko.
hey, give Makoto the knife. Let that bitch nigga hold on to it.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
It's the bow and arrow. The bow and arrow. The arrow killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other.
Oh, yeah. According to... That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of then there's a.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to fuck this shit up.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Yup, I'm about to fuck this shit up.
Shoot!
I'm about to take an L on this one.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because then there's a.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay. You said think retro?
shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury
Has yet to be determined.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body?
They were old wounds.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
Pickaxe?
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Damn.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Was it the titanium arrows?
I got it!
Okay, I was right.
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found
hit
in
him
the
with the
locker in the
titanium
dojo.
arrow, like yeet. So it didn't like, so we didn't like legalize her. We just said yeet.
An arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
There's one more secret about the weapon. The bloody duct tape.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
What's the problem? It said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Maybe if
You're
you
right.
like wrapped up all
Just
the
the one
arrows
arrow would've been
together
too
and then it
weak.
becomes big.
That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
I mean, I don't know.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That's what I was thinking too. But I didn't think that this game they would go that in depth. So damn. So he took a stack of arrows. He lined all these bitches up to make like a wad. He duct taped that bitch around, and he turned it into like a pipe size shit. And he whacked someone. Wow, that's crazy.
Bundling them together using
Wow,
the
that's
duct tape would easily
crazy.
create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a lie.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter?
Yeah, why are we defending her? This bitch is trying to pin me.
Surely you don't intend
Exactly.
to protect
I don't want to protect her anymore because now she's looking a little shady and now she's lying about everything.
You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
She had the key. No, but then here's the thing. How could she have gone in her room if she was never in the room? But I guess that was beforehand.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because it was in your room, bitch.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She knew I was being attacked. And then she saved me. Could that be when... Which means that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter
No way.
is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
He should know. When the body was found?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya!
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct? But could I really have done that?
Byakuya's looking bad right now. He was the only one who had her room key. Byakuya, come on, fam. Don't tell me it was you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Byakuya was the only one that had her room key. Byakuya was the only one that had her room key. Bro. Makoto gave the room key to Byakuya. Byakuya is the only one that has the room key, which would mean...
Those words you just spoke. What do you...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You said I hid and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide something from...
there's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Fuck, I'm about to
Those
fuck up.
words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never hide something from...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Fuck.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Oh my god. I'm about to take a L, guys.
Those words.
Guys, I'm about to take a L.
Exactly. I'm not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up. It's just this part always gets me confused. I know exactly what's happening in the case. It's just this shit always fucks me up. It always messes me up. I'm gonna be towards the end of the game, and this shit's still gonna be fucking me up.
Give up yet.
Thank God this shit has continues. Obviously, she didn't have the key to her own room. Byakuya had the key the whole time.
Those words you just spoke. What do you...
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
what if Master would never hide...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated
I think what I have to hit is there's proof and not the
Could I
killer.
really have done that?
Is that what I have to
Those
hit?
words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then left the locker.
Wait.
Could I really have
He
done
said
that?
booty flakes?
Those words
No
you just...
nukes lick my
Exactly
nuts.
what I'm not the killer.
Oh my fuck. Oh my god. I hate
Those
this
words
shit.
you just...
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never...
there's proof that you... Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence of my...
And then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Shoot!
Those words
Fuck!
you just spoke.
Exactly. I'm not the killer.
Oh my
You
god, I
should
know
understand
exactly.
that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide...
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Shoot!
I hate this part. I always mess up in this part.
Those words you just spoke.
Anything.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you...
Master would never...
There's proof that you... Is that what you're...
You stated you said I hid and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Everyone's telling me
Exactly, I'm
retro,
not, but
please.
you should
Nope, hold on.
Byakuya,
Master would never...
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There we go. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh my god.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Hey, what's up, Ultra, man? It's like 2 a.m. My boy Ultra's in here, man. How you doing, fam?
And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
Uh-oh. There's actually a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie. But this isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it because something else? Was there some deeper meaning behind hidden in Kyoko what she said earlier? What can I do? What should I do? The victim was Makuro and Kyoto killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if... Damn, why is everyone getting timed out? Jesus. Damn. If that... Well, who's getting timed out in the chat? Jesus. He said, but in that risks me solving the thing. He says, am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right now whether or not. No, pursue the lie.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's
Fuck that
statement just
bitch.
now.
That bitch didn't tell me her secret. She got my dick wet and then she freaking played with my emotions. Fuck her.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko?
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
Toko. Kyoko herself told me that before the trial started that she had stolen something very important from the headmaster's room.
I didn't have the key to my...
Because I'd given it, there's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten in.
Then, when we searched, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there.
That's the only explanation.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Fuck.
Shoot!
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't
You said
possibly
you're
have
telling me to
gotten
save the game right now? I can't save.
into my room.
They're not letting me save. You're telling me to save the freaking game? You guys told me so late. You guys should have told me way sooner.
Someone other than me must have.
You
put
guys
it there.
told me like right when I'm
That's the
in.
only explanation.
Now you guys are telling me to save? I'm fucked.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Oh my god. You got.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh my god, I can't do this shit. Kyoko's account? I can't even check my files. What the fuck does Kyoko's account say? Kyoko's account. Oh, she has a secret tool that could go into any room in the school. Oh.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
There's no doubt about.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten.
Then, when we searched Kyoto, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have
Put it there. That's the only explanation.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Oh my fuck.
Shoot!
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya.
Shoot!
Oh my fucking goodness. I'm about to fail that shit.
I didn't have the key to my because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about.
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into
My room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's, how else could the key have gotten there?
Guys, I'm gonna kill myself.
Shoot!
I always
I
fuck
didn't
up
have
in
the
this
key to
part.
my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room,
How else could the key have gotten?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
I didn't have because I'd given it. There's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't
Possibly have gotten into my room.
Oh my fucking
No,
goodness.
it's wrong. No, Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
This is so fucking Finally.
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it.
Trap?
So I lost. That's all this means.
Huh? Then, are you saying you really didn't... Kyoko, you really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
But then this makes no sense. So then it's like, who the fuck do you pick? Because it's like, no matter what, it's either I was gonna get blamed or she was gonna get blamed. Or Byakuya was gonna get blamed. It's like...
Huh? I'm sorry to say, but your time is up. All done.
Everyone's telling me rest in peace in the chat? Bad end? Are you serious? Wow.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out.
Nigga, whoa.
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Wow.
But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Oh my god. Are you serious? But I didn't even get to vote. Is it you didn't trust her? How am I gonna trust her when the bitch isn't telling me anything? There's something wrong with this whole class trial. It seems like it's rigged.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh my god, is everyone ready? Wow.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Wow. Wow. But here's my question. Wow. This shit was rigged, bro. Are you serious? It's just a grinder type shit? It's just like a puncher. Wow. What the frick? So it's like, that's it. It's rest in peace. Wow. Rest in pepperoni pizza. Wow. You said you killed a waifu. I hope you feel good about yourself. Bro. And that's how the class trial of Makuro came to an end. Even for me, I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Makuro's class trial, and in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder in Hope's Peak ever again. Wow, that was the bad ending. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. What the fuck? Are you serious? What? I ended up smashing the shit out of Aoki? We all ended up smashing her and having kids with her? We all beat... Yo, we all destroyed her pussy. What is this? What? This was the only hope we had? Hope?
No! This isn't right!
What? We all destroyed her pussy.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's? It takes me back. Do not expose her. What? Yo, the game dead played with me. I was like, bro, everything went to shit. We're all destroying Aoi's pussy and we're stuck in this school forever. Oh! Oh my gosh. No. Bro, we were stuck in a parallel universe where we had to share the same girl. You know how terrible that is? What happened to freaking Toko? It was just a picture of Toko.
Yes, we really did ran a train on Aoi. No despair here, lol.
Bro, everyone was tapping that shit. Dudes was taking turns. People was taking shifts on her pussy. One day it was Makoto on some. Next day it's freaking Byakuya on his. Everyone was taking turns, bro. We all had kids with her. This is nuts. I did not expect that ending. I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Pursue the lie, let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she could have killed someone. There has to be some secret here, something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya
Yeah,
had a room
Byakuya was the
key,
only one who
right?
had the room key.
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi.
My God,
From
that's scary.
nighttime on, I
Yo,
was
we
with you
wrecked that
guys the
shit, bro.
entire time.
Oi, boys.
He said, yo, we wrecked that shit. Yo, people was taking turns. I can imagine the room, and I'm not gonna lie, baby girl got a nice body, but bro, I can imagine the sessions, bro. All you're gonna hear is sessions going through, and then you see this nigga Makoto like, oh man, that was a great session. It's your turn, Byakuya. And Byakuya with stupid ass glasses like, it's my turn to beat up the pussy. Freaking and then freaking Afro Sakurai had a turn in that session. Afro Sakurai, he put his big ass like crazy hair into a bun, and he was like, bro.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
You said Toko died from Byakuya's nut? Yo, Toko was dead. That's what I was thinking the whole time in my head. I'm like, why does he have a picture of Toko? What happened to Toko?
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Whoa. Who went to the room with me? Byakuya was the only one that went to the room with me.
It had to be Makoto.
No, I was with Byakuya.
I don't see any other option.
No, I see your sweat mark on your face.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
It's Monokuma.
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Wow.
So then, it's time for voting time!
This is nuts.
Okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Who are we gonna vote for? Wow, that's crazy. So the chapter really would have ended up badly like that. Wow, so this is just straight up the end of chapter 5. We don't have to do all that extra shit, put up the pieces together, none of that?
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Everyone's telling me bad ending? Come on, you guys are lying. Who? Who? Me! Me! How is it me? No way! What?
Yes, indeed.
Are you serious?
Yep.
They got it right. This was a rigged trial.
Shing.
Oh my god.
Thrills, chills, kills.
It is not punishment time, you cunt.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Nigga, are you serious? Am I about to die right now? I'm getting lynched by a teddy bear. This is rigged. Are you dead ass? I cannot believe this. This is rigged. This is rigged, bro. This is so rigged. Can't I just jump out the chair and haul ass? What? My nigga came through! My nigga Freddie Benson, he hacked the mainframe! How? How?
What?
How? 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 How is Alter Ego still alive? That's the best girl. How? How? He said, what's going on? He said, was that? That's Alter Ego. It had to be. Alter Ego? How's Alter Ego still alive? So it's true what I was saying before. So did we have her in like a separate flash drive? Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. When he was in the network, he uploaded himself. That smart ass son of a bitch.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. You're talking like you've already won. I barely felt a thing. It was just a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage stew pit. In a way, that's even better special punishment. I'm still not satisfied. I'm going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? What's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy, it brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say if you can come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak Academy a fitting name. There are two things you need to attend in this school. Once you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best in what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gates of the ultimate school filled with the... Did the game just fucking restart? Did the game just 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 restart? Don't tell me. Did the game just restart? I am gonna be triggered if the game just restarted. This is when I woke up at the school. Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be worthy for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd been in before. What the heck is going on? Is he starting to remember the stuff from the past? Oh wait, I'm in the garbage compactor, I think. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside of a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. The heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter ego came through. Best girl. I don't care, bro. Best girl ever. It says, and she used up the last bit of her strength to do it. Best girl. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First step was to start looking for a way out of there. Is that a Monokuma rocket ship? The desk that I fell in with. That's a rocket and a tank. Is that a... Is that an airplane? It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled and kicked, it didn't bulge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not going to get out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. This nigga with the $100 super chat? Boy!
I finna bust a nut!
$100 super chat? What? What? Super chat? 100 pesos coming through. My boy Mersh. Hashtag this boy Mersh in the chat. Mersh with a dick punching $100 super chat. God damn it, Mersh. Mersh. He said the biggest gay. No, no, no. Bro, Mersh came in with the 100. He said twerk for the stream. Hell no. You guys are gonna clip the hell out of me if I try I'm like shaking my ass. He said I just dabbed 90,000 times, bro. This boy Mersh is a monster. Fucking Mersh. I gotta give you a goddamn hug, Mersh. Mersh. He said do push-ups for the man Mersh. Bro, I gotta at least do 20 push-ups for Mersh. My fucking weak ass. For Mersh. For Mersh. For Mersh. For some Mersh. Oh. For Mersh. Weak throw. This nigga Mersh. Oh. Oh. Mersh! Mersh, what are you doing, Mersh? Another 50. This nigga Mersh. You're gonna kill me. This boy Mersh walling out with the super chat. Oh,
I finna bust a nut.
Bro. Mersh. Oh, this nigga Mersh. This boy Mersh. 150. Mersh. Okay, I gotta get my gains. Let me at least try to do another. Let me see if I can at least do another 10. Mersh! My God. Mersh, you fucking monster. Jesus. He's a retro out of shape. You are right. I am so out of shape. Mersh. Seriously, personal message to this boy Mersh. Thank you so much for the contribution, love, man. You are fucking amazing. That is a lot of love right there, man. 150. That shit's no joke right there, man. Hashtag to this boy Mersh. Thank you so much for the contribution, love. Thank you for everyone coming out to the streams. Oh my God, you guys are fucking amazing. This nigga Mersh. Oh my God. He said, Retro, your best girl is a guy, you idiot. No, that is a girl. I don't care what anyone says. She is the best girl. Alter Ego is the best girl. Alter Ego is the best girl. This boy Mersh, man. Oh my gosh. Mersh with another 20. Mersh, that's too much money. Mersh. Mersh. This nigga Mersh, you wildin' out. This boy Mersh is the second.
I finna bust a nut.
This nigga said anchor arms. My fucking arms. Mersh! Mersh! He said it's Tyler 1. Yo. He said drop 30 views. Yo. It's all good. It's so late. I'm about to end the stream though because I've been streaming for like 6 hours. It's been nuts, bro. Phantom Lord and Mersh.
Yo, the stream has been nuts, bro.
Yo, Phantom Lord came through. This boy Mersh came through. Wildin' out, yo. Y'all boys is killing me. Thank you, Phantom Lord. Thank you, Mersh. Thank you, everyone else that came out to the stream, man. You guys are fucking monsters. Thank you, Yemster, Johnny. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Fucking Nathan Yemster also went ham earlier today with that 100. He punched my dick hard that time. Oh my god. Hold on. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was what? Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. And that was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Garag crunch? What? That strange sound pierced like a silent isolation, jarring me awake. It was a pile of garbage jostled and formed into an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. Thank you so much to you guys, man. You guys are fucking crazy. What could it have been? Oh my gosh. I hope it's food sent from the people. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched open and okay. It was food.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. She jumped down with noodles in her hair?
Awful.
Baby girl eat good noodles every day. Oh my gosh. Kyoko went down there with me?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. Mersh became a sponsor. Fucking monster man Mersh. Yo. The music didn't even come through. Mersh. Oh my god, Mersh with the sponsor love. Yo, show this boy Mersh some love. Mersh with the sponsor hype coming through. Wilding out over here. Thank you, Mersh. Oh my goodness. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash and faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Oh, bread and water? Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out of. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Phew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. How the fuck are we gonna get out of here? Look, yo, Did you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone? Atone.
You.
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, I'm not... He said, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost.
It's true.
I tell you everything, but the reason I have to survive...
In other words...
Is that... I can do what I came to the school to do? Mersh, you monster. Thank you so much again, man. I made up my own mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once. Until recently, I have forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of my purpose. No, of my past and everything. He said, no memory? That's impossible. Amnesia? Then it really... No, then... Is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived to the school? The first thing. We all lost our memory. You were talking about it when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. He says, are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may have connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. He says, which is why I have to give them back. No, get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
Correct.
What? We don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was my intuition, but I see. Intuition was right. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could be the mastermind.
I
understand.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Thank you, Rainin. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did it just happen?
Listen.
Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that just her personality.
So...
Oh, you mentioned your purpose and your ability. My ability, where everyone should have known. I am the ultimate detective. Obviously, I think I said that shit from day one. The ultimate detective.
Correct.
The reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. The headmaster's your dad?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child, and as it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. It's the headmaster, and that explains when Alter Ego told us that he thought the headmaster was involved, I'll find a way. She looked upset. No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Whoa. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said I felt what I felt based on what I've seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there? The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That's my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using this key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's the layout of the entire Hope's Peak Academy. I found it there in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. And the map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured that the headmasters would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so we went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
but once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like in that part of the school? I mean, it's hard to describe. All I can say is the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean? I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Jesus.
However,
which is why I had no idea what's going on. That's the way Makuro doesn't it? Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her, and I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her? What can I say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the case trial of Makuro was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
the mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with a rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. Hey. There's one other thing I'd like to point out. The murder of Makuro. There was a point where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you. I could have been the victim. You know what I'm talking about, right? What do you mean? Oh, when he was asleep during the night, I can hear them, you know, the footsteps of the gods of death. What? I hear the gods of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorm and I have a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. They tried to give that dude the blicky.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the mass assailant was. They ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. The work of the mastermind in the attempt.
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. Damn. But that's really bad if true. That means that the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try to kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. This is a contradiction. And it isn't just Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
it means that the mastermind is the one who's been, you say cornered?
Makoto.
Okay. Just a little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate the other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Makuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think that the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not.
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to have implicated whoever caused that event. We're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever responsible for that. And they're the ultimate despair.
It would seem
that despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. And they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that's forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Well, damn. We finished chapter 5. Frick. No one died. Wow. Save for the love of Jesus. I got a rocket ship. Yes. Yo. Jesus. This is when I'm about to end the stream. My God. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. Sheesh. Yo, it is so late. Before I end the stream, I have to give a bunch of shout outs over here, man. You guys are fucking crazy today. My God. Shout out to this boy Mirsch. New York. My boy Mirsch came in with the sponsor love. Mirsch came in with a crazy, what, $170 contribution, like donation train. Thank you again, Mirsch, for the crazy contribution love, man. Thank you so fucking much, man. Then we got here Phantom Lord. Thank you, Phantom Lord. Thank you, my boy Nathan motherfucking Yemster, wilding out as well in this stream, man. Much love to you, dude. Thank you, Phantom Lord. Thank you, who else? We got Akuro. We got a couple of other dudes that sponsored as well. We got Akuro, Nook, Cold, Rain, Nathan Yemster, wilding out, EJ Lennon. My God, you guys are fucking amazing. Jesus. Bro, tomorrow I'm gonna have to stream this game again, man. This game is freaking crazy. I feel like I'm extremely close to the end now, so it's kind of like I have to stream this goodness right now, man. And it's like I don't even know how part 2 is gonna be. I'm looking forward to part 2 though. He said 24-hour stream, do it for Mirsch. 24 hours. I got somewhere to go tomorrow. I think I streamed today like I think I streamed like 3 hours of the Splatoon Splatfest, and then I streamed like almost 6 hours, about 6 or 5 hours of Danganronpa. Today I was streaming like crazy. That's like 8 hours of streaming. Jesus. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video or in the next live stream. Much love to you guys, man. Shout outs to everyone. Shout outs for the contributors. We wildin' out. Peace out, my dudes. My God, look at this, man.